Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Pisces, we're going to ask about you, your friend, and your foe this week. I'm going to ask, what is your energy? What motivates you? And what is your motivation directed towards? I'm going to ask that of each you, your friend, and your foe. Okay? Friend can be you on your best day. Foe can be you on a bad day. But I am specifically trying to divide it into different people here. So take that into consideration. You know, be flexible with it. We're going to go into the Shadows of the Middle Ages Oracle deck for Pisces. My Pisces, Pisces friends. Okay, Pisces, your energy is the chameleon. You are blending into an environment. You may not want to be readily seen. You are kind of like when in Rome, dressed as a Roman. Dressed as a Roman, right? When in Rome, dressed as a Roman. You're blending into your environment. You might be wanting to try to observe something without attention being drawn to you. Interesting. That's your energy. What are your motives here? The Tower. Some type of isolation is possible. Oh, it's wanting to be left alone. That's curious. You're like blending into your environment, and the motive here is to want to be left alone. Could also be the Tower in this deck talks kind of like of isolation energy, but obviously, right, the Tower, if you're looking at it as a Tower card in the tarot, there could be something going on around you that's quite catastrophic, or you're trying to avoid some type of catastrophe. What your motives are directed towards. Pearl. Hard-earned wisdom here. Hard-earned, ooh, something's going on. Yeah, something is going on here. You are trying to stand off in the background. A Tower. You could be watching somebody else struggle with something, and you're like, you're not going to step in and do anything, or you're not going to say anything, because you know what? Sometimes the best wisdom and the best knowledge that we have comes from, you know, going through something that's difficult. That's how we learn. I'm not opening the door, Larry. It's raining and it's cold. You had all day and you didn't want to go out in that, and the weather hasn't changed. Just because the door is closed doesn't mean the weather's better. Your friend's energy is girl. Interesting. Your friend could be younger than you. Could be someone who's, less experienced too. You know, there's something about that, right? Like, how do we gain, like, wisdom? Well, we go through different experiences here. Someone who's younger than you. Somebody who might be in their feminine energy. It could be somebody who's actually a female. But that's the friend here. What are the friend's motives? Fairy. Okay, that's cute. Like magic. Now, okay, this is interesting because fairy can be benevolent or malevolent. Somebody here kind of like messing with fire. Look at the way these two cards are looking at each other. She looks mischievous to me. There's something, I don't know if it comes across in the camera. You're talking me from, coming up close and having the discussion isn't going to change the answer. It's not going to change the answer, Larry. It's a little, the wind is kind of blowing towards that door and it's cold. And because, you know, you're not going to go out in that rain, I've closed the door for the sake of everyone. Yeah. Okay. Well, I love you. I respect your needs and your wants. For frick's sakes, I poach fish for you. You have 3 litter boxes. I really don't know this kid. It's true. He has 3 litter boxes. I poach his fish for him. And it's only certain types of fish. It can't just be any fish. He also likes tuna. And it has to be, it cannot be the chunk light tuna. It has to be flaked. Like, even if I buy chunk and flake it, it doesn't matter. This guy here was the king of Egypt or something. Okay. What the friend's motives are directed towards. Oh, book. Something that is closed here for them. Information. Oh, this girl is trying to get some type of information here. I'm feeling like she may use good energy or she may use better. She's trying to, it's mischief. The friend comes up as mischief, which is very interesting. The friend is mischievous. And you're just kind of like blending into the background. Maybe you have a friend here who's getting into a little bit of trouble. And you're thinking, you know, I think I'm going to step back and see what happens. I've learned from experience that when somebody does X, Y, and Z, that it's better that maybe I don't get drawn into it, or I just sit back and I see how this unfolds, or I allow them space to learn a lesson. Okay. The foe, what's the foe's energy? Oh, the foe is a gossiping and a gossiping. They are spreading tea. They're having tea. They are socializing. They are maybe trying to connect with others who have similar views. Okay. I love you. But, you know, even Lily's in her bed. I know somebody said, why don't you try putting a... Larry has a bed on the table. He does, and it doesn't help. This is what Larry wants. Okay, just a second. We have to... Okay. You know you're loved. You know that, right? How could you not know you're loved? Huh? You get poached fish, and you get canned tuna. He also gets his cat kibble, because we know that has like certain nutrients. And you have 3 litter boxes. Oh my God, I'm breaking my back and my hands to make you a better tunnel system and outdoor playing area. I'm sure this cat has done something to me. The things that I do for this cat, Larry, tell them. I think he hypnotizes me at night. I'm serious. He really does. I was in a store the other day and they have this giant eco book. That's a good boy. You lay there. This giant cat tree. And I was looking at him like, oh, Larry would love that. And I like snapped at him. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? He already has a cat tree. He hardly uses it. And that's when I thought, I swear this cat is like, he probably sits on me at night and when I'm sleeping, he's staring into my brain and he's saying, when you are out and about, anything cat associated you will want from me. I just snapped my thumb. Nah, you came here for groceries, Cindy. Keep going. Okay. The foe's motives. Oh, labyrinth. Okay. Either the foe's got a problem here, they're confused, they don't know how to get out of it, or they're trying to create something for somebody else here. You know, you got to keep moving on. If you're going to come in this space, I'm using the term, what your foe's motives are directed towards right now, like right now, the present, right now. They either have a problem right now. So the foe either has a problem right now, and they're trying to figure out how to get out of it. They're talking to other people here. They're talking to somebody. They could be talking to your friend. Because there's something about this feels naive to me. The friend feels naive. And you're like, I'm just going to sit over here and give everybody a little bit of space and let them figure this shit out. That's, ooh, letter. There's a letter at the bottom. A letter. Maybe you've received some type of information from somebody, some type of correspondence. Okay, you look at the pigeon. There. Thank you. I appreciate that you are giving me space with the cards. I do appreciate that. Thank you. That's very kind. That is very kind of you, Larry, to let me use my table and my cards during my time. He's my first, like, real, I shouldn't say real cat. I had a cat named Pepper when I was a kid. Pepper was a stray. It's kind of funny, right? And that's how he started, but Pepper was a very different kind of cat. Pepper was a very large tabby that we thought was a girl for a very long time until Pepper was cleaning himself one day. We're like, oh, that's different. Pepper's a girl. But anyways, we just called her Pepper from that point on. And Pepper didn't even have a litter box in the house. Like, Pepper just went out. Pepper went out. Yeah. So Larry's my first, like, being really manipulated by a cat. So your energy is the chameleon. Oh, very discerning. I feel like this is very discerning. I also feel like you were able to see something, and so you're just standing off in the background like, okay, I'm just going to blend into this wall over here because I can see exactly what's going on. Very discerning. Maybe you're hiding from the law. I don't know. That too could be. You could be hiding from the law, maybe. Your motives are the Tower. What's the Tower? What's happened or what's happening, or what's the Tower? Six of Cups, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. Oh, something's happening. Something is happening to someone here. It could be a child. Who's this girl? This girl could be like your own child. It could be your daughter, could be your niece. And again, it just could be somebody who's younger than you. Something to do with love into the Queen of Swords. The Tower. Somebody's shifted here. There's been a dramatic shift. That's what this Tower is. Like somebody's done a 180 here. Or a 180 has happened. Where it's almost like there's all this love, everything. You see, and they're even, both their backs are turned in different directions. And then boom. The Queen of Swords is not utilizing her heart for anything. She is looking at things for what they are. She ain't including her feelings in that judgment or that conclusion that she's coming to. That's the Tower. Something here requires discernment. And I feel like, I don't know, it feels like to me that you've already have some type of experience with something that has gone on here, or you have enough life experience that, you know, okay, something not right here. Like that, like you I'm going to just sit back, or we'll understand once we get to this girl energy a little bit more. Like it could be that. There's something odd about the girl. Right? It's being said as your friend. The way she's looking, the way these cards are laid out here, okay? The way these cards are laid out, her body language and her positioning is almost like she's taken some direction from over here and she's turned over to the chameleon. Is it somebody who's pretending to be your friend? I don't think it's like that. Or is it somebody who is your friend? An acquaintance? I don't think they mean you any harm. But the problem is that their motives are fairy, right? And in this book, it literally says it can be benevolent or malevolent. Motives are directed towards. There's some type of information that they don't have. You know, like if you were asking someone who's innocent and who's not looking for ulterior motives in a situation, right? It's somebody who, right? Like, and I feel like that could be who this friend is. They could be serving or doing something for someone else here that could be a little bit mischievous, or maybe somebody saying, you know what? Pisces gets a little funny when you ask this directly, or Pisces gets a little funny when you do this directly. It's kind of going sideways here, or ask this, that, and the other question. And, you know, by getting those answers, we'll probably get the right answer here, right? But they're just thinking, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense, because I don't want Pisces to get upset or anything like that. But the foe is trying to get through something here that is very complicated, or they're trying to complicate something, okay? And this friend who is coming across as a girl, she may not realize that she is sort of like, maybe she's being used to do something. I don't know. It's a weird vibe. The Pearl. What motivates, what your motives are directed towards? The Pearl. Sorry, I know that was thunder. Haha, the Eight of Swords. There's something going on that you don't know about. Boy, there's a real cloak and dagger kind of energy here. There's something going on. Okay, tell me more about this girl. Tell me more about the girl. The Three of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. Okay, this girl is hurt and isolated. This girl's been hurt and isolated. And it could be because of a friend group or something like that that she has around her. So that, right? So we're seeing the bird. The bird's attached to this friend group. It's interesting, right? Because there's two, maybe there's actually two people here in this faux energy. There's two birds and there's three people in the card. And if you add the girl, right? Two birds and a girl, there's three. Okay, you know what? I want to read you the fairy card. I want you to kind of understand where I'm coming from with that. 114. The fairies are magical and ethereal beings associated with nature, enchantment, in a realm that exists parallel to the human world. Fairies possess supernatural powers and abilities. They are known for their connection to nature, their ability to control plants, animals, and the elements. See, it's also like it is to control things. Maybe through magic? Is this somebody who's trying to do some type of spell work and they don't really know what they're doing? That could be dangerous for them, especially if they're being misled. But you are in a very, like, you're cloaking. That's how I describe you, is you are cloaking. Fairies may have the ability to cast spells, bestow blessings or curses, and possess knowledge of mystical arts. They can be kind and understanding beings that help and guide humans, or mischievous tricksters who enjoy playing pranks or causing disruptions. And followed by that is then the goblin, right? Like it's on the precipice of bad. It is like the energy is kind of like on the cusp of being not great. And it could be like if this is somebody who's hurt and isolated, let's think of it that way. This is someone who's hurt and isolated, and they suddenly, maybe there's a group of people or something like that that are kind of like befriending them, and they want to do, you know, I want to be accepted by them, or I'll do what they say because, you know, it kind of has that vibe. Fairy. Oh, the Ace of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. This is really weird. I mean, this friend is coming across as somebody who's trying to dabble into something. They're trying to learn some type of information that can change things. Maybe they want to change their circumstances. Maybe it's something about you. Is this person trying to gain information about you? You're cloaked here, and your guard is up with this King and Queen of Swords. This could even be somebody that you had a lot of affection for, but suddenly now you're like, I'm looking at them straight on. Looking at it straight, because there's a shift where it went from, oh, loving and sweet, I'm looking at this for what it is. I'm reading everything into what you're telling me right now. I'm paying attention to the questions that you're asking me and the information that you're not sharing about yourself. Like, it's kind of got that vibe, right? Like, it totally does. Because the friend is either, I don't know. I feel like this friend is up to some sort of magic. But also, like, things could switch here with the Wheel of Fortune. Is the friend, I want to say, is the friend directing anything towards Pisces? It landed on the book. The Hanged Man, perspective. Oh, perspective. Okay. I don't know how you, I'm going to ask that. How do you know the girl? How do you know the friend? It all landed on the Pearl. The Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. You've shared or you've participated in something with this person. I don't know. It could be work related. It might have something to do with money. It also has something to do with resources, shared resources. Sharing your time, volunteering. Six of Pentacles. They could have at some point been someone that you shared like some kind of plans here. How do you make things equal in life? How do we create, like, you've shared something with this person. You know what's interesting too? Magic. The way, like, it's almost like he's performing a magic trick to me, right, with these kids. distract them. Right? That's what magicians do, is pay attention to this hand so you don't see what this one is doing. And I mean, this is just the real obvious aspect of that, where the kids are mesmerized by the coins appearing in their hands, but they're being dropped down, right? How fascinating. Okay, this friend is someone that you have taught some type of magic to. You haven't shared all your wisdom, though. This is very intriguing. This is a very intriguing reading. This friend is someone that you have shared some type of magic with. Like maybe it's manifestation. Maybe it's literal, like, you know, magician stuff. Like, you know, do this. Like, somebody wants more information about you or what it is that you do or how you do it. And you know what is the chameleon? It's reminding me of an outer body experience, an astral projection that I had years ago when my son was like 2, maybe 2 or 3. It was kind of that stage where he was out of his crib, but getting him to stay in his bed at night. So I would just lay down with him and rub his back, and then I would usually fall asleep. And I always assumed that he fell asleep after I did. But anyways, but it was one of those nights where I was in his bed and I was having an astral projection, and all of a sudden where I was, I heard alarm bells going off. Like everything went dark. Like the place that I was in, the lights were on, everything went dark, and I heard ding, 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 like an like a fire alarm bell. And I was immediately going back to myself. Anyways, long story short, he had moved, and I think he was hitting me. And it was weird. Like, it sent off these signals, like, you got to get back. Somebody there. So, but that's what this chameleon, it's almost like you're somewhere else, or you're putting yourself somewhere else, and there's alarm bells going off. There's something going off here for you. It's like something's not right. Something's not right. The book. What the friend's motives are directed towards. The book. See, the book is closed. There's information here that's not accessible. The Two of Swords. They don't know how to do something. I don't know what I'm reading. I'm really wondering, like, if I'm reading somebody here who practices, who is a very strong manifester, somebody who is very strong with some type of spell work, somebody who is very strong with any type of magic here. Esoteric information. It's like you've shared something with someone. It's kind of enough to get someone started, but it's not really enough for somebody to succeed. And there's a friend here who's trying to understand, who wants to get more information. But I'm concerned because I feel like this friend is connecting with a foe. So that poses an interesting question, right? Is the friend of your enemy your enemy as well? I don't know. Something to think about, right? Is the friend of your enemy also your enemy? Because it looks like to me that you have a friend here who is conversing with an enemy. At least 2. What you got going on? If this is like a child, okay, I want to say children can be easily misled and lied to by adults. And because, you know, they're kind of like, well, yeah, you see. I'm just laughing because my Pisces friend, her son is great. She like questions everything and everybody. It's a little excessive, but I think, you know what? It's the extreme to where some kids are like, just accept everything and believe everybody. The girl is not coming up like that energy. The girl could even be like, how do I make something better here? If you've been suspicious of a friend or a group, like there's some, I don't know, there's 2 birds over here. Is it some sort of frenemy? Could be, like, it could be frenemy. I'm looking at the clock, said 24:24 when I said frenemy. So 2424, that means anything. Interesting, because the birds are 12, right? 12 twice is 24, and that's what we're talking about. Is that a confirmation? It's a frenemy. It's a two-faced friend. It's somebody who is one thing to you and something in another way. There's 2 of them here. Show them to me. The talkers. They're talkers. The Page of Wands came out. The 5 of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. One is sad and one is compulsive. Or could be compulsive. I want to say impulsive. I don't know why I'm saying compulsive lately. Maybe that means something. Hi, Larry. What are you doing? Oh, that is a spider. What do you think you should do? But well, you can't get on the curtain. Okay. This is the bird. This is the friend. The foes. Sad. They talk too. Okay. I want to say somebody has said something here that they regret. A foe has said something here that they regret, and they're trying to fix it. You know what? It kind of gives me this vibe. Like, okay, they're saying something that they regret, and they're trying to fix it. Often when you catch people off guard or something is happening that doesn't give them a lot of time to think, a lot of times they might just tell you the truth the first time around, like at first. And then if the truth is something that doesn't feel like it supports how they want to be viewed or, you know, whatever, they might try to backpedal on it. It just almost feels like someone here, because of a mood that they were in, they said something that they feel like they shouldn't. It was impulsive. I shouldn't have said that. What are the birds talking about? No. Where's the bird energy directed towards? Wow. Empress and Justice. Now, I don't know who that is. Don't know who that is. We have insanely strong Venus energy here. Insanely strong Venus energy. Taurus and Libra. Venus. The birds are directed towards Venus. Abundance. I feel like there's somebody here who wants to know what you do or how you do it. Are you manifesting some type of abundance in your life? And they don't know all of the story around it. I think you should keep, I think this chameleon energy is a good idea. Okay, Labyrinth. This is the foe's motives. They want to get out of something and they don't want to be in it anymore. The World card, the Eight of Wands, and the Tower. Oh, see, your motives are the Tower. You know that something is up here. You totally know that something is up. Somebody has gotten themselves either into a pickle. Somebody's gotten themselves into a pickle. They want to get out of it. I don't know. I really do feel like that somebody here is kind of like, I want to call it a spell master. I feel like it's you. I feel like I'm looking at the energy of somebody who is a high-level manifester, some sort of high-level spiritualism going on here. And the friend is almost like someone who is maybe just dabbling or getting into things. Maybe you shared something with this friend at some point. You shared something that you had with this friend. The friend wants to change your perspective. Okay, now bringing that back around to the birds, because the birds, the foe, looks like someone who said something, maybe two people who said something, but at least one person here who said something that almost feels like they regret saying it. Tell me about the Tower. Were you seeing things all over the place now? The Tower. The Six of Swords, the Death card, and the Seven of Cups. Yeah, no. This foe energy wants to kind of move things into a very confused and confusing state. Right, like think about that. If somebody has said something here, and when they initially said something or voiced something, it was the truth, and they regret saying the truth. So now what do they want to do? They want to introduce confusion. Because by introducing confusion, it can it can redirect away from the truth. But you are looking at stuff like, this is I don't know, somebody would have to be pretty, almost like front and back too. Front and back. And if you think about that, the chameleon's body is facing, yeah, one way, and the head is turning the other way. You're watching your front and your back here. Present. It's like right now, this is what the foe's energy is. The 10 of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Swords. I do feel like somebody wants to shake things up here. They might even be worried about their stability or their finances. Tell me more about this book. What's in the book? Healing. Interesting. The 4 of Swords. Healing and rest is in the book. What the friend's motives are directed towards. Maybe the friend wants to heal. I don't know. Maybe the foe is someone you were friends with, and you're still, I don't know. There could be mutual friendships going on here or something. The 5 of Swords. Here, let me read you the book. 5 of Swords is at the bottom. Somebody finds themselves in a no-win situation. The book is number 26. This is what the fairy, the friend, is utilizing fairy energy. Could be good, could be bad. And they want to, with this fairy energy, get to the book. The book card represents secrets, knowledge, and hidden information. See, it symbolizes hidden aspects of a situation or person that are yet to be revealed. The book card suggests the need for exploration, study, or delving into deeper understanding. It can also indicate the presence of specialized knowledge, esoteric wisdom, or a desire to uncover the truth. Okay, I want to say I feel like your friend is trying to understand something that's going on here. Maybe this is somebody who's gotten themselves wrapped up with another person or a group of people that can kind of cause a bit of chaos and confusion. It encourages you to seek knowledge, embrace curiosity, and be open to uncovering hidden truths or pursuing intellectual pursuits. The book card itself is neutral, not negative, and not positive, rather mysterious. That's crazy, because the fairy energy is like, it's not negative, it's not positive. I feel like it's what you do with it. So that's what you have. That's what you have there, my dear Piscean friends. I'm going to go do the extended. In the extended, we're going to get into the archetype deck, and we are going to ask, what is the unexpected coming towards you? What is the unexpected coming towards your friend? And what is the unexpected coming towards your foe? There are 2 options in the description below if you would like to follow me to the extended. The first option is to join the YouTube membership and get access to this extended and all of the extendeds. Do pick tier number 2, all extended videos, to get access to that. Or if you just want to do a one-time purchase, the second option below is on the GUMROAD app. Thank you so much, Pisces. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.